That's not Daisy's milk.
Come on, man. WrestleMania SmackDown my ass. Why do you keep doing this to the mid-card championships, WWE? Come on, I just made a video complaining about the championships, and then you give me this? Wow. I'm just kinda pissed off because we have 2 nights of WrestleMania, we have only 1 World Heavyweight Championship match, and you still couldn't find a spot for mid-card championship matches? All of a sudden, pre-show sounds like a good idea. But welcome back to the channel, ladies and gentlemen. We're gonna talk about that nonsense in a second, but the show kicks off with our boy, the Ultimate Farmer, Brock Lesnar. He bought a bunch of vehicles. Brock is just having a good time. He was also told he cannot attack Roman Reigns unless he's provoked. So that's what he's going to do. A lot of provoking.
Come on, Roman, I'm gonna spill the milk. I'm about to spill the milk. If you're not showing up, I'm going to spill the premium milk. Show up, Roman.
So he enters Roman Reigns' locker room and gets really comfortable. I think we don't appreciate enough Brock Lesnar being on television every single week. That sounds nuts. Like, we seriously have nothing to complain about right now when it comes to Brock Lesnar. Maybe some decisions like doing the switcheroony with the championships, but other than that, man, I'm happy with Brock. Then we see Shinsuke Nakamura and Rick Boogs, which is kinda getting old in my opinion. But this was a singles match, Jimmy Uso versus Shinsuke Nakamura before their big WrestleMania match. And you know, I don't hate this tag team, I don't hate Shinsuke Nakamura and Rick Boogs being together. They're clearly over with the live audience. I guess Shinsuke Nakamura being the Intercontinental champion during the whole thing kinda ruined it in a way. But anyway, Shinsuke Nakamura picks up the W. Yeah, I think they're not winning at WrestleMania. I think that's pretty clear now. By the way, if you're wondering what are my thoughts on Triple H retiring, I actually already recorded another video. I'm going to release it probably today. So yeah, look forward to it. It's gonna be a separate video, and I think it's pretty entertaining. Then we saw Brock Lesnar trying to enjoy some champagne, but he spits it out.
What? Champagne with no milk? Roman, you crazy!
Also, next week we are going to see The Undertaker being inducted into the Hall of Fame, and also Shad Gaspard will receive a Warrior Award, which is, I can't even say well deserved, but because obviously, like, that's an actual warrior, man. Like, this, no gimmicks. Yeah. Then we saw Xavier Woods making his return to the WWE in a match against Ridge Holland. So now every week everyone is just going to kick Ridge's ass. And obviously Xavier Woods picked up the W. It's a rivalry that no one is interested in, let's be honest. No one gives a shit. Ronda Rousey needs to stop talking or get a manager, whatever it may be, man. This was horrendous. This was absolutely horrible. And I think you get the same vibes as well. When she's talking, when she's making an entrance, she's doing anything, she's fucking judging you. She fucking hates you. She hates the I can tell. I'm pretty good at this. I don't need any proof. I don't need anything. I can freaking tell she hates the fans. She hates being there. She wants to come up to people in the front row being like, I'm gonna smack your head, boy. She hates it here. That was a horrible promo, man. That was really bad. I'm going to win the Women's SmackDown champion. Why is it women's anyway? Why do we need to say that? Yes, I'm gonna be SmackDown champion. She's trying to make something look like a big deal, even though it's kinda not. It's called Women's Championship the same way the World Championships are called Heavyweight Championships. Obviously, it's not the case anymore, but pro wrestling was kinda man sport, right? Like, people fighting. Obviously, it's a manly thing to do. That's why you don't even need to, like, specify that this is a man championship. I know what she's trying to do right here, but it's always kind of weird to me because you're just basically trying to say that calling something a women's thing is a bad thing. Anyway, this whole thing was absolute butt cheeks, man. Brock loves them women too. He hopes Roman Reigns will come here soon because he's running out of things to smash. And that sounded kinda wrong. I'm running out of things to smash.
Anyway, how was your weekend, Kayla?
Okay, now it's time to talk about the ugly, about the worst thing on SmackDown that kind of pissed me off. So basically we saw Ricochet versus Humberto Carrillo, in which Humberto Carrillo picked the W pretty quickly because of, you know, interferences, and Ricochet says, well, I want to face Angel Garza now. let's fight. He loses again. Ricochet, the Intercontinental Champion, loses 2 times in a row. And to make things worse, they announced a match, a triple threat match. Okay, I don't hate this. I don't hate this. Oh, it's on SmackDown. Okay, then. Like, I like variety of WrestleMania, this year's WrestleMania. But we do need at least one fast-paced, extreme TLC or ladder match. We need that. And we're not getting it. We're getting a SmackDown WrestleMania triple threat match. Nobody gives a shit thingy. And we're getting a Andre the Giant Memorial Battle Royal, which features the United States Champion Finn Balor and Damian Priest. Damian Priest, a guy who's been on every episode of Raw for the past 2 years. Like, come on. Just put the Andre the Giant Memorial Battle Royal on the pre-show. Like, why? Why is it so hard? Then we saw the same thing. It feels like I'm watching on every Raw and SmackDown now. Naomi and Sasha Banks took the W, and Roman Reigns finally arrives to SmackDown. So we see the Tribal Chief making his entrance, and Paul Heyman is scared, like, I don't know where Brock Lesnar is, but I know that he's in the same place as you at the same time, and my man is shitting his pants right now. But Roman is acting tough. If you're still in my locker room, I'm gonna personally come back there and put your head through the wall. And then we see a destroyed Roman Reigns locker room, but Brock Lesnar is nowhere to be found. Then we see Brock Lesnar on the screen, and he's destroying Roman Reigns' car. Just usual Brock stuff. Roman doesn't care, he's rich. But then we hear Brock's music, but Brock is nowhere to be found. He's behind you. We see a bunch of security guards, and Brock destroys all of them. Very, very easily. Roman Reigns gets away, so Brock Lesnar decides to have a bit more fun. And that's how your show ends, with Brock Lesnar, championship, in a steel chair. So yeah, man, like I've said, I'm excited about WrestleMania. I like all the weird-ass matches, but I am a bit disappointed that they couldn't find time for at least one mid-card championship. And it kind of shows you that they don't give a shit about these championships. That's the reason why you don't really see them being defended that often. It sucks. And it's kind of weird to me, because you could simply use that championship, the Intercontinental Championship or United States Championship, as almost like a world championship. Like, Roman Reigns is going to be a champion for a long time, right? Build the Intercontinental Championship, have some interesting rivalries with the Intercontinental Championship, so you don't have to, make Roman Reigns lose the championship. I guess it's also worth another video just simply talking about the history of mid-card championships and, how they died, basically. This is kind of sad. Like I've said, I'm not trying to complain that much, but this is a serious issue, I believe, and it kind of devalues the 2 of the most important championships in WWE's history. So yeah, thank you for watching the video, the great one. Peace, love, and hugs. It's been a pleasure.